over there. Yay, Prism! Invite to co-host. Yes, sir. Priz, I invited you to co-host. Hopefully you can make it up. Do it. Okay.
I'm here. Hello.
Yay! It always takes me forever to switch from listener to like speaker. So that's why I just kind of meander on with my nonsense.
You mean you don't tell me like something important, like a deep dark secret while I'm going through the tunnel? Gosh, I really love that Prism guy. He's so cool. Like, oh wait, hi Prism, hi, how are you?
Did you see his mind-blowing post this morning? That was really cool. Thanks for always including us in your GM posts on Mondays. It's always a pleasure to see what you've got cooking. So I do notice you like to play around and have a good time with that. So yeah.
Yeah, make I don't know what happened to make kind of like translated. He likes to watch it too to see where he goes. This time he got like on this giant pedestal. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I love into furniture.
You
That's my favorite.
of turning into furniture. Good morning. Good morning. I see one of my favorites, Magsby, part of Amazing XR. We got Poco in the building, our streaming partner, Biometa, OSBM, VMT, and Vita TV. Sinful Meat Sticks in the building. We partied last night. We didn't talk very much, but we partied late with the Love Squad. Van Secrets, how you doing, fam?
Hello. Happy Monday. I am doing well. I've been looking forward for this space, so thank you, CC, for choosing this amazing topic, and Meg and Prism and Secret. Thank you for being here, inviting us.
Did we get Secret up here? Yay, we got Secret up here. We're so excited. Okay, hi Poco. Nice to see your PFP. I feel like we're besties now, so sorry. Thanks for joining us, Ira. Really appreciate it. Ira's in world with us. I'll go ahead and post that to the top. But if we're all ready and we want to tweet out, so maybe we get some more friends in the room to nerd out about AI with us, that would be awesome. But if you guys are down, I am so down to get started with some vibes, some tunes, and get this show on the road, because I really want to keep this format tight so we can respect everybody's time today, because we got moms, we got artists, we got dads, we got people with, fiat mining jobs. So we really want to respect everybody's time and also have a good time.
Hey, Prism, can you start us off with some of that MIDI
Let's go.
hunks?
Well, this is a special treat. Since we're talking about AI, we went to Songs of Eden and I did a song together with Grimes' voice. This might be the next collab song, but like just an idea here. So here's today we're going to listen to some AI generated music. Let's go. Grimes singing something new. Here you go.
Good morning, Metaverse Monday. Hi, I'm Cece. I'm a Metaverse event planner, digital artist, world curator, and a One Metaverse advocate. My home world is spatial, but I have found my tribe across multiple worlds in this crazy, fun, artistic Metaverse of ours. Today, we are celebrating episode 67 with a journey into AI with our special guests. We have the Women in Tech Museum founder, Vans Kamakaro, Mom Talks Crypto, and we have one of the best, arguably the best AI artists on the blockchain. We have with us Secret Project. I'm going to pass the mic to Prism. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing so great. I'm so excited for this talk today. I love AI, and I love what they're doing, what Vans and Secret are doing. So yeah, I'm super excited for today's talk. Had an incredible weekend. Working on some cool stuff, and always loving all the new tools that are coming out. Oh my gosh, AI is the future, and love. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I don't know if you can feel the excitement.
I feel the electricity, and I am so excited. If you want to take the reins on the questions for today, you know where they're at. I'd love for you to hop in and tickle your funny bone. Make, what are you up to?
Hey, looking forward to it. Happy Metaverse Mondays, family. Looking good on stream there, see? Can't wait to jump around with you guys. I have a few interesting and exciting little tidbits from some new AI software that I can't wait to share with some of my Metaverse builders. Other than that, I'm pretty sure Priz over there is going to run the gamut and get us all into the future. I'm going to turn into a table. I'm really excited.
You look good as furniture, Make. I'm not going to lie. Your beast makes a really nice end table. I want to pass the mic to our honorary third co-host, the founder of the Women in Tech Museum, an amazing artist in her own right, and one of my favorite humans and very good friends, Vans Kamakaro, Mom Talks Crypto. How are you doing today?
Hello, good afternoon. I am doing well. I feel refreshed. Thank you so much for that, Cece. You're making me here blush and my heart's acting all weird. I appreciate you for that intro. I just celebrated my birthday yesterday, so you're gonna see a lot of, goofy, happy energy around because I still celebrating my month.
Oh, that's right, you guys. Vans turned, we're going to say the magic number, whatever that happens to be.
16. She turned 16 today.
Sweet
Happy
16.
Sweet 16. Have you shout out AGZ, one of the best designers in the Crowns family. Crowns on top. Crowns are the alpha. Happy days. We getting it live, family.
Hello. Thanks for joining us. Crowns in the house. The Utes, they have arrived. We will roll out the red carpet for their Royal Highnesses. Speaking of Royal Highness, the queen of AI art herself, Secret Project, has joined us today, and I am so excited to introduce you to our friend Secret. How are you? Uh-oh. Am I rugging or is Secret? Secret, don't rug on me, girl.
We're going to have to bring her down and bring her back up, see?
Secret, I'm kicking you off stage. Don't cry. Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't hurt. I've done it many times. Doesn't hurt.
Prisa, doesn't hurt. We're good. Okay, I'm going to invite back up to speak.
Hey, Steve,
while
we're hanging out, Priz, let me start with you. What were your experiences this week in the Metaverse? Any highlights, banners of things you did and adventured this week?
Ooh. So this week, so I've been in the AI space a lot. So I spend a lot of time with new tools. I don't know if that's considered, maybe we can redefine the metaverse. It's really the combination of tools and building. So I've been using a lot of Kyber Stable Diffusion. So yeah, those. I think I started getting some NFT music, and then I was actually able to like use audiograms and then integrate those into the scenes. Like really cool stuff. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Amazing.
I like that idea.
See, how about you? What was your favorite things that happened this week in the metaverse? I know we caught a couple events.
Yes, Mondays I always have a good time partying it up at like True Band Room and at the Dollhouse. Sinful's Beyond the NFT is a must attend for me usually. I took it easy on the metaverse this week. I did attend a party at Eda X Labs, a game, I Rule. I believe that was this past week. We rode camels in the metaverse, and I got a cool tiger pet, which I'm really stoked about. So Ida also celebrated a birthday, and that was super, super fun. I think that was on Wednesday, which was awesome. So we enjoyed that. And then what else happened for me? Oh, I got to chat with a really good friend, Blockstone. He was on the show last week. We talked a lot about, AI and textures and building and worlds. And it was a really enlightening conversation, and it got me really, really excited for today. So that was me in brief, I think.
No doubt.
Hello,
Oh,
hello. Can you hear me?
I hear a secret project. Yay! Welcome, welcome. Do you want to introduce yourself to our friends?
Well, at first, I want to say I'm overwhelmed that you call me the queen of AI. I don't think I am the queen of AI, but thank you very much. I blushed a bit. Well, yeah, I'm Secret Project. And I'm an artist in general, but in the last 1 or 2 years, I've been using AI to complement my other skills. Um, well, there's no much more, not much more to say than that. Yeah, I use a lot of AI. I'm an enthusiast. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but you have to you have to forget me. I'm nervous, and English is not my main. But yeah, I'm really love AI and handmade art, photography too. But I don't know if calling photography handmade because a machine is in there too. But yeah, I love all kind of art. So I'm I don't know. I'm so happy to be here today. I feel like I'm famous or something like that. So thank you so much for inviting me.
And we're going to take us on a journey to see some of your amazing work that you have in Van's Women in Tech Museum. We're really excited to share with everybody some of your brilliant work, so we can call you the queen of the metaverse. Thank you to our sponsor, our streaming sponsor, Biometa Vita TV, for streaming us live right now over countless networks. I believe CC's rocking Kick and YouTube TV. You got your boy running around on Twitch and in Spatial. We are live thanks to Vita TV. We want to welcome the Haikuns. Some fun stuff we've got cooking up, and we're getting ready to have an adventure, my friend. Let's go dive into AI together.
I am so excited. I posted the Women in Tech Museum link in the comments. I'll post it to the Jumbotron above. I have the Women in Tech portal in the studio right now. If you want to join us, there are several ways to get in there because we have some really beautiful things to see. So I see Secret joined us in studio. How's it going, Secret? You look fabulous. And I'm ready to jump over to the Women in Tech Museum. How are you guys doing?
Ready for it, see. And I just wanted to point out that at the end of the month, after we've seen and heard from some of the amazing ladies who are part of the Women in Tech Museum, we will be doing an event through Metaverse Mondays when paired up with Vans. We got a great DJ in place who's actually female DJ, part of the DGod community. Will be joining for at least an hour set, and we really hope you all come through. We'll have details out real soon for you, fam.
Yeah, we are so excited to continue the journey into celebrating so many strong and powerful feminine forces in our Web3 space. So I'm really excited. All right, so Priz, do you want to start with the questions for Vans and Secret? Where are you at?
I'm here. I was running around over here. Okay, so hello. All right, so we are going to start it. So today we're diving deep into this realm of creativity and technology as we explore AI, and we have, since we have such great artists that, I mean, art has been shown in Times Square, as we mentioned before. And I apologize, my Discord is going nuts. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. AMA question number 1. And we'll go to Vans for this one. How have you seen AI's impact the creative process in virtual world building and artistry? What is the most notable advantages it has brought to the table?
Hello, thank you again, person, for this question. I am happy to be here. Well, I feel that AI has significantly impacted the creativity process in the virtual world, building and artistry by streamlining the repetitive tasks. When you generate like vast landscape like in fraction of time, like you're able to do so many things in little time. And when you're and it offers not only that, but it offers a lot of predictive design elements. So it's a very useful like tools for artists and also builders in the metaverse. I feel like most of the notable advantages are like being that is efficient, because it's very efficient with your time and the things that you can do. Also the scalability, all the things that you can scale from using these tools. And I feel that, it also has one of the advantages is the ability to create like complex patterns or design that might be challenging for humans, and even like, beyond our imagination. Sometimes like you run an idea through AI and you have something in your mind, but then that result can even blow your mind, and like, you end up creating something that is even better than you expected.
Oh my gosh, yes, I totally, I love that. Repetitive tasks, keeping it more, you can do more with less in some sense, and so you can really do this like on the side, or I know you go to school, so, and so like this is something you can do on the side when you're like just had an idea and just throw it into the prompter and go, and like that's amazing. Um, so this question is for, well, Make has his hand up. Let's go to Hans first.
Yeah, I just
Make, what's
also
up?
wanted to shout out my creative owls down there. Absolutely brilliant builder, and I believe he had some form of to do with building out the female space. And I would love to also mention that creative owls, if you would like to come up and touch on it. This space is absolutely amazing, and I just also want to say, I believe this a takeover by Secret we're looking at now. Do I have that right, fam?
Yes, it is. So she actually curated herself. I gave her the space, and she did an amazing job, like putting her art the way that she wanted. So I truly appreciate it because she did that like super fast. So I'm totally impressed. And I want to say that Secret, she's also part of the team of the Woman in Tech Showcase. She's one of our graphic designers. So yes, I can say curator, and I can always count on her. And Creative Owls, yes. He's the founder. I mean, the Woman in Tech has his place because of him. He made it possible, and also like for the museum right now, him and Blockstone. So it's a big influence, and I appreciate him so much. And yeah, let's if Seeker can go and give us a little tour for those that have joined us in the Metaverse, let's follow her.
Oh, I feel I have the power now. Okay. I don't know. Well, I will start. I can order all the pieces in a chronologic way, more or less. It's not 100% accurate, but if you can see that there are like 3 sections in the spatial. There is the handmade section, and there's one in the background, and AI in front of handmade. The one in the background is kind of a mixture. It's like the point that I started when I jumped from handmade to AI, because when I started in the space, I do only handmade. I knew AI for a lot of time. From I think the first time I heard something about AI was in.
I think we lost Secret for a sec, but you know, for those who aren't there, we'll touch in when we get her back going. Um, there are just incredible pieces we're looking at right now. First of all, you see some like existential kind of pop art versions of some Marvel characters and some DC characters. I see RoboCop running around. And then on the other side of the palette, we have these incredible Asian inspired females that I can't wait to talk to you about, because honestly, like, besides the color palettes and the energy, I can't wait to learn more about what led you to this secret.
Maybe she can try speaking if she cannot speak here through the metaverse and someone stream it here on the space. Oh, but she's here.
Oh, I think we've lost Secret. I'm gonna pop you down and pop you back up again. Okay, Secret?
So while we're getting her sorted, why don't we say hey to one of the founders, My Creative Owls. I was very fortunate enough actually to win a low poly space from Creative just recently, so it is on my build to do list. I'm personally finishing a new project that I'm very excited about, but yours is right on deck. Creative, you there, buddy?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Can you guys hear me?
Crispy.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll give you just a quick background with the Women in Tech Museum. So I come from a kind of a corporate world, a lot of technology, and women in technology is a really big thing in the space. And I know when we were creating metaverse events or collaborating as a small community, it was kind of something that we didn't have at the moment. So I decided to kind of come up with the environment, and that's when I linked up with Vans and said, hey, like, I've got this environment, but obviously I'm not a female. I can't, like, I can only support so much from my end. I can't just have a guy representing the entire Women in Tech. And I asked her if she wanted to kind of lead it. So we kind of became co-founders with it. And, she's really done a phenomenal job working with other women and gathering them up, creating the agenda and taking it to the next level. And the space that we're in right now, if you guys are not familiar with Foxbox, which is another metaverse company, which I think is one of the best out here, my team, and they were actually putting out an environment for people to download and use. So I grabbed this environment and I was like, all right, I don't have to build anything on Gravity Sketch anymore, Unity. Let's utilize this space, right? Let's collaborate and put it together. And once I showed Vance is like, I got it. I know what the background image is. I know what I want to do with it. I love the stage. So I have a little percentage of ownership of it, but I don't want to take away from all the work that Vans and a lot of women that have came in here have put into the effort here. Without them, this women in tech environment wouldn't be where it's at. So I'm just happy that I could help kind of contribute and kind of help support the movement. But Vans has really kind of taken it to the next level. I also know Cece has done a phenomenal job with also supporting it and being a host and taking over and so forth. So just want to give big kudos to the people that have been doing the work out there. I can't take any credit on this at all whatsoever. So I want to kind of pass that along. So Vance, thank you for your work. CC, Secret, and any other women that has participated and supported this for the last coming up on 2.5 years or so. So it's fantastic to see it.
3 years.
Can you hear me now? I'm getting frustrated with the spatial.
You sound gorgeous, Secret. I'm so glad you could come back to Twitter. But if you have to leave spatial, that's totally fine. I know you know it perfectly in your head. So, but we're so interested in your art, your process, and how AI has sort of elevated your creativity. So yes. I'll hand the mic back over to Prism. I think you had a question for Vance.
This one's for Secret. And so you started talking about your handmade, and then I didn't quite get it, but let's. My question is, what inspired you to incorporate AI into your creative process? So like, what brought you into the kind of the world of AI? And these pieces are beautiful. I love looking at them. All the Asian inspired pieces.
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I am an Asian fanatic, so I always try to incorporate a Japanese point or take in that. Well, why did I don't know if you heard before. I was talking that the first time I actually met with some kind of AI. It was with the Google Deep Dream. I don't know if any of you try that at the moment. It was like 2016, and nothing existed in that at that point. It was that's the very first AI that I tried. It was not text to image. It was like image to image. It was something. Yeah. It was image to image, but it was amazing. And the first time that I tried, I thought, oh my God, I lose my job because I am a graphic designer, and I was so amazed by the things I can do. You can imagine how primitive AI that was. That was a very, very primitive AI, and I was like, I lose my job. I lose my job. After that crisis, I started like I thought, I don't think I'm gonna lose my job, and if I'm gonna do, I prefer to know how this works, because if I know how to do it, maybe I don't have to lose any job. I just can just jump in the whale. And I've always loved technology. I've been dreaming with VR since I was a kid. I grew wanting the VR, wanted to be a real thing. I wanted a headset because I saw it like in sci-fi movies, like the futuristic movies, and I was like, oh my God, I need the future to be now. These kind of things, I always dreamed about them. So when after this 2016 thing, I just let it, and I kept doing handmade as all my life. I always loved drawing. And after coming into the NFT space, I started to see people that made AI. I don't know if you remember Soma, but Soma were they're like a couple.
Oh yeah, Soma AI. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, they were a couple that they used to make AI very in the beginning, and I was like mesmerized, like, oh my God, this went even more. Like, this is not Google Deep Dream anymore. This is something new. And I had the luck and the joy to meet Delta Sauce in the very beginning of his journey and mine, and we became friends very, very, very soon. He's one of my top holders of anything I do, and that's something I always thanked to him. And when this AI started to, I started to see AI more and talking to him. And someday I just asked him, like, okay, can you teach me a bit how this works? And he was kind enough to give me the first steps, like, try this one, try the Mid Journey, try Google Collab Notes. And I started trying it. And for me, it was like in the beginning was, I don't know, it was like a bittersweet thing, because I get so amazed with the results, but like the more handmade part of me was sad because I was like, oh my God, I cannot draw like this. I've been drawing since I cannot know since when. I started drawing as a child, so I don't know exactly when I started drawing. And it was like, shit, this machine is better than me. And that was a very hard, it's a very hard truth to think and to realize that it's not better, but do you have a question, Prism? You stop me because I start talking and I won't stop.
Oh, this leads into the next question. Actually, really like where you're kind of going. Actually, I don't know if you read our questions ahead of time, but no. So the question is about how, because you can generate like this vast amount so quickly of, and also the improvement over time. How are you, like maintaining this balance between automation and your personal artistic touch, which I think you started touching on a little bit, and this is for both you and for Vans. So I'd love to hear Secret answer this, and then maybe Vans. Thank you.
Well, the balance is completely broken now. I mean, not broken, it's different. Now, the only, before, I mean, the only way I had to experiment, it was drawing or doing photography, something that I really love. I don't mean as much photography, but I really love photography. And one thing that I learned when I was studying graphic design is that I love doing photographic tweaking photographies, and that really helped me now that I can use all my knowledge with Photoshop. I can do it with the AI pieces. Yes, Meg.
I'm actually come from a photographic background, and when we were looking into your work, like early on, I saw like kind of your process through layers, which I do an awful lot too. Do you use now your AI work within the layers to really start grasping the different pieces that and building off your photos, or do you let the AI kind of dominate your conversation and use photos to fill it in?
No. I use a lot of layers. And sometimes you can say you can get lucky, and you can write because with the AI doing something beautiful is easy. But the point, I think, is not doing something beautiful. Is doing what do you want to do and expressing what do you want to express, and that is a little bit more tricky because you can put beautiful dog portrait and you will have a beautiful dog portrait, but it's not your dog, it's a random dog with a random settings that the AI. I like to try to get the things that I in my mind exactly through the AI. So I usually don't work like they call raw AI. Raw is, for if somebody doesn't know, is just putting the prompt, running it, waiting to get lucky. I don't want to say lucky because I can't understand the beauty of it too, like it being rolling and rolling and letting it iterating until you get the perfect. But I'm not. I don't have enough patience. So yeah, I work with layers a lot. I love. I have the Photoshop, and I use Mid Journey plus Photoshop plus Leonardo AI. So yeah, it is more worked than that.
I love that you have sort of this relationship with AI and you are really like working with it and not just passively working, like you said, getting the random dog. You're digging your fingers into the prompts and manipulating them like you would like, any other medium. And I think being able to speak eloquently like you do about it is one of the ways that we are going to be able to. I feel like we still have to fight to legitimize, that AI art is art. So thank you, Secret, for speaking so beautifully about your intimate like partnership with this technology. Go ahead, Make.
I was just also wondering, I mean, I myself have been using a little bit of Adobe's AI, usually in Adobe Express in the mornings for those GM posts, usually in text formats. No question, not like Prism turning me into tables, of course. Um, but I was just wondering, have you started to experiment with some of the newer AI that's out with Adobe, and just any of those crossovers? We have a few tools to get to, family, that we're really excited about talking about as it relates to the metaverse.
For now, I only use the Firefly. The problem with Adobe is that it's not free. If I have to be sincere, I have the Photoshop, so and I've been paying it for years, but I don't have more software or about of that or Firefly. The other AIs that I use are all free, or some of them are used by credit. So no, I only use Photoshop AI that I think is based on stable diffusion. If I'm not wrong, somebody knows if it's, but I think it is a stable diffusion model.
Good to know. Good to know. I know that Adobe Photoshop, like coming up in these new releases, are starting to incorporate like full AI pieces. Some of these new updates have been absolutely wild. And again, what was my trigger for you was actually your layered photography that is in this space too. I myself am a huge layered artist. It's all the work I do with my own personal photography. And so just seeing your crossover, what led you to like that Asian inspired groups? I can't get enough of them personally. Like I definitely want a piece for one of my spaces.
Oh, wow, thank you. But I have a lot, but that's really just myself. I mean, when I was a kid, I still love it. Okay, but when I was a kid, I was more passionate about anime and manga. And I just that's how I learned to draw. And when I just like a little kid, and I tried to draw Sailor Moon once and twice, and more Sailor Moon and more Dragon Ball. In the end, I grow with all that influence, because as I started to see Asian cinema or films. I started video games a lot too. So all the Asian influence is from the beginning. It's from the very beginning. I think this is something that I cannot take out of myself, or I try to express that, because everything for me started with manga comics. So for me personally, the handmade ink art is like one of the best. I think ink work is the thing that I most admire. And even photography, I've been watching early 19th century photography in Japan, and they use watercolor to colorize their black and white photography. And even their way to make photography in that moment was impressive. And yeah, I haven't been there, but I will be there, because for me it's like, yeah, everything started with in the here. You can see I have like Stanley, Robocop, Wednesday, with the Secret Project. That's ukiyo-e made like my way. Like I'm gonna make ukiyo-e. Well, ukiyo-e is like the traditional way to drawing in Japan. If somebody gets lost, just tell me, because I'm nervous and I'm speaking like too much. And I wanted to to merge like ancient Japan, my love for Japan and my respect for that, and the things I really like in my life, that is like movies, video games, books. And that's how everything started in the NFT world. But of course, with AI, I like to put all the Japanese influence too. and I like to mix them. There's one of them, the one that is put here, the violet in the end. It's AI is art. That now that is both. I mean that was a drawing of me with a little bit of AI on the. I don't know how to say, a little layer of AI in the top, but that was a drawing. I have next to that, I have the Shibari collection. And I don't know. Well, yeah, Shibari is like this ancient way of bondage, Japanese bondage, that I always felt that is amazingly interesting, like beautiful, the way they get wrapped and the positions and all the ritual. I even know people that do that, so I could learn a bit about the theory. And this is all a ritual, and it's just beautiful. I'm an Asian fan, and I don't think I can. I don't avoid it. Yeah, avoid it.
I absolutely love the shibari. I just love it. It's so beautiful, so sensual, and the way that you've crafted it is beautiful. I really, really want to thank you for joining us and sharing a bit of process and opening up your mind to us so we can peek in and see the creativity that you are slowly sharing with us. You are one of my favorite artists from the very first time that I met you. I've been a fan. I am a holder of a couple of your pieces, and it is an honor to have you with us today. And I just want to say thank you. I want to take a moment to reset the room. Welcome everyone to Metaverse Monday. We are doing episode 67. And if you could share the room, get more friends in here. We are diving into AI and how it is shaping our world, basically. I want to do a shout out to our Utes friends who have joined us. Thank you so much for hanging out and poking your nose into this amazing topic with us today. I'm sure you followed your buddy Make in here, so thank you so much, Make, for bringing your friends around. Big love to everyone. I do want to hand the mic to Make. I think we've got some discussion topics. So if you have something to say or you have something to contribute to the conversation, I see Meta DJ here, who is also an AI enthusiast, advocate, and educator. But yeah, feel free to request up. This is sort of like an open forum for conversation and growth today. So yeah, Make, what's up?
I wanted to touch on a couple cool new products that I've seen that are AI related for the metaverse. One that I just tried the other day. I haven't fully got it in, but I'd love to know if anybody's thoughts are on what they are. I'm actually going to pull it up. It is called find the name, find the name. Basically, it is called Animate Anything. It's a 3D animation software where basically you could take a 3D asset and then you could have that rigged and rendered. And I mean, for me, for somebody who's been running around, who I don't know if Josh is in the room today, but he helped me get my kid called Beast into Spatial. This would be a great point for me to take another step myself. And I think it ties into VRM capabilities. And I was just wondering if anybody's given it a try yet.
Well, I haven't tried it, but I think that is crazy useful. I know a lot of people that rig avatars for for virtual reality, and it is a tedious work. So I'm really happy that some machine can do that, because I don't think it is funny to do. Really, rigging is complicated.
I can tell you, I struggle with putting bones into avatars like nobody's business. I've probably got about like 30 different versions of my Ute 3D asset right now, where I've been trying to figure out his body structure and how to get him in. So far, I haven't quite got the poly count right, but I can't wait to expand on this. I think this is a true starting point for a lot of people on how they're going to put their digital IP into the metaverse and beyond, like face filters and stuff like that. Shout out to our girl LM Designs, who just made me a badass AR version of my monkey beast. Also pushing what's possible and forward in AR and XR tech.
I see you, Blockstone. I invited you to come up and speak. Blockstone joined us last week, but is one of my, I would say, metaverse gurus. I've learned a lot from Block about AI tools used for actually building in Web3 in the metaverse. So hopefully he can come up and share a little bit of knowledge. He's got some cool tools that he's always sharing in his Discord if you're part of his Discord. So hopefully he can hang out with us a little bit. But back to you, Meg.
Prism, I was just wondering if you could refresh us, because you dabbled in just like last week about your 3 to 5 point process when it comes to working with even your morning post, but also what you're doing when it comes to the mini punks and building out some of the some of the worlds. I know you use the skybox generator, which I'll let you chime in on the name because it eludes me. I want to call it Blockstone, but there he is, so that's not possible. I believe the Haikoons actually won the contest with that project.
Yeah, Blockade Labs is the AI generated skyboxes. So yeah, I think I did it before they like watermarked everything. But yes, Blockade Labs is where you go to. You can create these amazing. Think of it like the bubble around a space. You can basically just give it a prompt, and it will create a 3D bubble that you can then add to any space. So spatial allows you, and you can do this without like Unity as well. Without Unreal Engine, you can do it with spatial has a way that you can upload a 3D bubble and then make it a skybox, which then a skybox is just literally the bubble that's around the space. So yeah, it's amazing and super easy to do.
I was just going to jump in and say I myself tried to make the T square. I don't know, for all of you that maybe haven't tried to build in the metaverse yet, you're kind of, as Prism mentioned, interacting in a bubble. And to make that bubble a reality, if you're doing it by hand, you have to cut out what almost looks like a horizontal cross of your object, usually found in a cube kind of format. And you cut it around and you start merging your world inside that T cross, and that's what generates your background, right? So this, with just a couple prompts, lets you put it in, and I believe my meta bestie Cece just gave me a wonderful skybox gift just the other day with a couple taps.
Yep, made with Blockade Labs by Jojo Ombrive, the other half of CJ Meta Events. Shout out to CJ Meta Events for presenting Metaverse Monday. Love you. I would like to say hi to Blockstone. How are you doing? What's up? Happy Monday.
Yo, what's good? What's good, fam? How you guys doing out here?
Doing really good, having a really good chat. We just chatted with Secret about how she is diving into AI and using it as part of her creative process, as one step in her creative process for creating art. And I kind of wanted to pick your brain a little bit on the tools that you find valuable, the AI tools specifically that you find valuable during your creative process. And are there any tips or tricks that you could share with the audience?
I'm a huge fan of playing with all of them. I was like playing with Runway back in the day when you could like put in your own data sets and like make just like really shitty, surreal blobs of color, and that was cool. So like I've been kind of playing with it for a really long time, but I guess in context to like spatial web and architectural design and environment design, you can use it for literally everything. You can use it for sound, so you can do soundtrack generation, or you can sample sounds, and you can use that for your sound effects and sound design, which is like massive, and also super underspoken, because like a lot of spaces feel like vacuums because there's no sound. So that's one. Other one would be like Midjourney, DALL-E. Image generators are really helpful if you can prompt them for specific tasks. Like texture generation is a super huge one. If you can input your own texture scans, that's awesome because you can push from there. But you can also really just ask for certain things and then hit, like I think in Midjourney, it's like dash uplight. and like overhead. And so basically it gives you a scan view essentially of what would be a texture in real life.
Dash, up, light, and overhead.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's just uplight, dash uplight. I don't think overhead is actually a command, but
uplight.
But even then, yeah, basically though, just for generating textures in general, like, if you can do that, you can create kind of a seamless tile texture effect really quickly, and so then you have like literally infinite ability to create. And you can get super trippy with your textures. Like if you remember Safe House back in the day, there was that amethyst moss gold thing going on. That was all AI, like way back.
I love that. I remember that. I am catching some feedback. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
Oh, it might be me.
Mike,
I don't know.
Somebody's mic is open. That's what it is.
we got a mic open in spatial, probably. There's a great
Well,
little tip, fam, that if you're in spatial while we're running around and doing these events and you're on Twitter, if your mic is open, then people will start reflecting feedback. So one of the ways we deal with that, right, is if we're running around a metaverse event and you're also in another present audio experience, you mute the tabs that you're not doing the work with, right? Like we're here right now, we're streaming absolutely everywhere, and we're on spatial. Thank you, little brother Bio. And so that's one of the ways we find we can jump everywhere and do it, but sound is probably one of the biggest things that holds us back. So if you're in spatial right now, please mute your mic. And while we're doing that, I would like to welcome my boy from Amazing XR, Mixby. Let's go.
hello everyone. Actually, I had a question for blogs to say what's your favorite environment and or program to use for AI generated textures, because that's also something that we are using quite heavily as we are producing more than 5,000 3D models a month, and texture is definitely one of the things that does help to increase that productivity.
What up, Mixby? Also, what up, Prism and Owls and like mad people I see in here, Vans, Meta. I didn't even like realize how many people are in the room. So what's up, Ida, what's up? Textures with Midjourney has been our most effective tool, is what I would say. I've tried all of them. I try them all the time because they all update and go back and forth and get tuned and stuff. Midjourney has been super, super powerful. And then I also really recommend curating your own data sets. And so all that really is just getting your own images that you know are exactly what you want. And if they're truly yours, even better, because then there's no like copyright issue. And so if you can do that, then you can pretty much iterate and just tell Midjourney what you want with your texture as a reference point. So if you have like 6 core textures you always use, like we do usually for like most of our builds, you can still keep that same cohesive style throughout your builds, but you can also give each one individuality in the same way. So Midjourney is like the best for that. I think DALL-E has been okay, but they kind of get a little grainy and they get really like vague. Whereas Midjourney, whether you give it reference data or not, will be super spot on if you're specific in your ask.
I
wanted to say something because there is an AI that I know, the Leonardo.ai. That AI has a place that is specific for doing textures for video games. So I would take into that if I were to do that.
So just and also a quick update there. You also mentioned copyright as it pertains to like textures. Now, so that's really interesting. Do you find that that's something that's going to be more prevalent in AI building in the future of texturing?
Well, I think AI is always generating new data. You can always kind of scoff at it, but I think it's just really important to be cautious and empathetic of like the data sets you use. And so if you know a texture set that you might like, you used to go for $80, $90 or several $100s or something, or you had to email somebody to get it, you should probably email that same person and be like, hey, I'm about to like sell this texture pack or use this asset kit and I referenced this. Like, I think that's just in good faith. But working on the internet, I also recognize that in good faith doesn't really exist unless you choose to perpetuate that culture. So it's one of those things like, you can't control it. Ultimately, you cannot, but you should think about it. And then the other thought is just like, yeah, if you're going to sell assets and you want to do things up front and be above board, it's actually not hard to pull a camera or even an iPhone out today and go find textures in the real world and use those as reference points. So between Photoshop and an iPhone and cameras, like, and then just being cool and reaching out, if you're going to do that, it's like super easy to manage. But yeah, I think it'll be a problem mostly because people don't understand how GANs work. And so they think it's actually a copy when it's genuinely new data. So that's where it's like a whole other convo, in my opinion.
Ooh, Block, speaking of your iPhone and collecting textures, do you have a link to that video that you did when you went to the bridge? I think you should pin
With the
it.
loom pad? Yeah, I've got that somewhere. I can send that to you.
Well, yeah, if you posted it, post the link so we can share it. It's really interesting. It's a really great use case, and it's just enjoyable. And then Make did a live studio recording in VR chat earlier this week, like last Monday. And that is a really cool little insight into what the future is going to look like. Not only with AI, but with the metaverse in general. So please follow Blockstone. He is my guru. He can be yours too, but I get him first. Thank you so much for joining us, Block. Make, do you have any other questions, or do you want to move on to the next discussion topic? Because I know we have Meta DJ on the stage, and I kind of want to pick into him as well.
Meta DJ to the stage, my 92nd floor gang family, and also AI DJ extraordinaire. If y'all missed his party, because I didn't talk about it last night, he does a crazy banger event inside a disco ball Friday nights with Crypto Minotaur on Decentraland. Absolutely threw down a incredible set. So what up, Meta DJ?
Wow, what's up, everybody? Happy Metaverse Monday. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I am thrilled by the topic of discussion as I am an AI enthusiast and creator. I've delved into it in a couple ways, really starting with just ChatGPT and becoming a connoisseur of all the use cases for that. Then delving into AI image generation, which I actually was exposed to during the summer of last year, but really started diving into it over the past couple months, specifically with Midjourney. I definitely prefer Midjourney as well when it comes to art creation. And if any of you have seen some of my latest posts, I'm all about Midjourney. My profile picture was generated by my prompting through Midjourney. So that being said, and I'll try and keep it brief here, as I love to chat, and this is something I'm very passionate about, but how it relates to what I do on top of just general productivity tasks as a DJ, I've really embraced AI as a way to enhance the experiences I can create. I use it as a tool and I view it as a tool, but I stand by me being the creator and the visionary in the essence of I'm coming to the table with my skills, my expertise, my knowledge, my experience, and I am prompting and guiding the AI to help create the experience I desire. Maybe as something I can handcraft, but would take much longer. Or maybe it's something that I never would have been able to craft on my own because either I am limited by me being a human and what I'm capable to do with my hands and brain, or I would need a team and a lot of resources to be able to achieve it, or a lot more time, which is oh so precious and the most valuable asset in the whole wide universe, or metaverse, or multiverse. So what I do is specifically DJing. I actually use AI to help enhance my mixes. So when it comes to transitions, a lot of times I am producing it and using AI to enhance and put in specific effects. But I have the vision behind it. I am just using it to do a lot more inputs than I ever could do if I was using a board live. I'll also use it sometimes to help me prepare for mixes. So a lot of times I look at songs, then I analyze them, and with the AI, I'll analyze the input and data to choose how I want to order the music or determine the harmonic compatibilities within songs. But none of that would be possible, or at least would go as far as what I'm creating and the experience that Make had, as well as all of our friends on Friday, without the foundation that I've established and the mindset that I have towards using it. So it's very much an extension of how I create. It is not the single vessel that enables me to create. But it is so powerful, and I am all about embracing it because, in my opinion, my friends, it's inevitable. Back to you, Make.
I was just going to also say one of the coolest things I think we've talked about before is also by you using AI and building out your template, kind of setting the vibe that you're going to do for the evening. It also gives you the ability when you're in the metaverse to interact, hit the chat box, and be more present with your guests. Can you just elaborate on how important that is, specifically when doing events in the metaverse?
For sure. Priz, I want to respect your hand first. Do you want to chime in or you want me to respond first?
Go ahead and respond and then come to me.
Cool. So that's a great point. I touched on just the creative aspects of it, but it also really enhances the experience. And as a performer or an entertainer, especially in a live experience in the metaverse, one of the biggest differences from a real life event, which may be surprising, is the engagement with the audience. So typically as a DJ, you're in your booth, whether it's a private event or a club or even a stage, but you're very much there isolated in your spot. And maybe you're engaging through hand expressions and other things of that nature. However, in the metaverse, not only are you managing your performance and you're managing the technical aspects of it, which have numerous layers, including visuals, but you're also have an opportunity to really personally engage with the audience via voice chat, via a text chat. I like to say that I'm, really into like getting involved with the conversation in the chat, in Decentraland specifically, and it makes a much more engaging experience where I'm actually creating and establishing a relationship with my audience, and not just being a performer for them to create an experience, but I am a part of the experience. That's very valuable. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Priz, what you got?
Hello. Yeah, okay. Meta DJ, always amazing alpha. I love the idea of the analysis for audio, and I don't know if you've tried it. I actually spent a little bit over the weekend. I had bought a music NFT for my friend Vessi and put it through ChatGPT. So you can with the plus version, you can actually have it give you analysis. So I don't know if you've tried that or what program you're using, but definitely something to give it a shot. I actually asked it to give me the harmony, and it actually spit out a bunch of charts, and yeah, it's pretty amazing what you can do. So yeah, definitely maybe that can be added to your repertoire. And I know I hit the 1 hour mark, so the boss is coming. I better go back to work. So I'm gonna have to drop them co-host. So maybe Vans could take for the next 30 minutes. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Prism. We'll see you next week. Until then, we'll see you in the metaverse. I know it for facts. Yeah, Vans, I want to just bump you up to co-host if you're available. Meta DJ, what's up?
Good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to respond to what Priz just said. I have recently tried using ChatGPT to help with planning. I mean, to be honest, I use ChatGPT in so many ways, but as a creator and as a DJ, I've been actually using it. I almost call it dynamic journaling in the essence of I'm writing my ideas, but being open to letting the AI give me recommendations based on my ideas. So I've actually recently planned an entire mix by having a back and forth conversation with ChatGPT to get some very valuable info. Although I would say when I mean that I'm an AI DJ, actually there's a software that I use that is very much all about the creative aspects. But now, the last thing I want to say is, and here's some alpha. I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but Spotify has been incorporating the GPT model into their platform. So there's actually a standard feature now called DJ, which is an AI-based DJ that taps into your data, has a voice, it speaks to you, and it's using the GPT model to actually look at your history and patterns to play songs for you. And you can switch vibes, and it goes, okay, let's switch up the vibe. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. But here's one last little nugget for you guys. I just saw within my inner DJ circle that they're actually looking to incorporate ChatGPT in the Spotify, where you can ask it for a vibe and it'll create a playlist off your vibe. So holy smokes. Still don't think it's going to replace the DJ. We set the vibe with our presence. We are one of ones. Let's be very clear, creators, not just DJs and artists. I still believe we're safe, but stay tuned.
Oh my gosh, Meta DJ, thank you so much. I did not know. Now I'm going to go like poking around to see what's going on. I really do believe the intersection of AI and creativity is an evolving relationship between AI and the artists. I mean, it's facts. You heard it with Secret. Block talks about, how he's integrating and working with it and the layers. So I'm really interested in how AI can enhance, challenge, or redefine what we consider the creative process. So thank you so much for always speaking your voice. It is valued. Van, so you got your hand up.
No, I just wanted to say, like, that's amazing, Meta DJ, that, what you just provided about, like, the new feature. I'm actually an AI engineer. And, like, this past weekend, I finished this kind of mini demo that you can kind of go in it and tell the AI what's your mood, and then it recommends you songs. Of course, these songs are the ones that I chose and curated for people, but it tells you up to three. But just imagine, like, someone, or I was to like keep working on that. Like, now you have Spotify, so, like doing all this, but there's people like me, like small people out there, like thinking ahead, and it's just amazing, like everything that you can do with AI sentiment, like, applications. I kind of just started like working on that like recently, like in school, and I just have next idea what I recommend. If you like AI, if you like AI art, like, hey, make your own, like, program where you can generate like your own images. I think that's like will be the next step for artists, to take care of themselves, and, those copyrights, even if you made like, your own art with Midjourney, like use the art that you generated and make your own, like, demo your own machine to generate art. So yeah, I just wanted to add that because I really found interested just learning, what it's doing, not only with art, but music, anything around the world, even when it comes to like medicine as well.
Oh yeah, did we forget to mention that Vans is also an AI engineer? Bury the lead, Cece. I am really excited. I think we need to wind it down. We've been at this for an hour and I want to respect everybody's time, but I have one more question. I kind of want to pose it to everybody on stage. If you are in the audience and you would like to weigh in on this question as well, feel free. I want to talk about the future possibilities. So Block, you talked about, sound design, texture, what's possible in the future. Our lives in general, what potential innovations or developments do you anticipate? Because I want to pick your brain because you had some really good ideas. And how might they shape the virtual landscape for art, for our experiences? And if you wanted to dive into the sort of like educational piece on that, Block, go for it. And then I want to open it up to the rest of the speaker panel.
Okay, so if I get ahead of myself and like talk too fast, just let me know. Honestly, my heart kind of like pounds when I think about it, because I think, all right, so it's like super, okay, so before I like get into this, I'll try and like do it as
deep breaths, bro, deep breaths.
Right. Okay, so I just finished a book, or like the main writing for a book on spatial design and application, and then with AI integration, and then the kind of like future possibility of that. And the kind of conclusion that I came to over the last years of thought really is that virtual space really becomes the best shared common ground for humans to interact with and train AI, and for AI to become a real-time part of the conversation. And so that's like super layered when you really think about it. Like, it's super intense because you're basically embodying intelligence. Like, you wouldn't call it like a real being, right? but you're personifying it in virtual space. And there's a lot of things that AI can do that it just can't do in physical space and it can't do on an augmented screen, but where it has control of or full analysis of a virtual location, it can learn a lot faster from everything from empathy to motion to logic to, game development. So many things can happen when you give basically four-dimensional eyes to a processor that can look at a thing a million times over from every angle. And so if we think about that, that's like super huge on training. But then when you think about like what that looks like, right? Like what does it look like when you have like your basically like your kind of digital ghost, like your digital embodiment of all of your information, all of your data that you're sharing with this personal AI that you train in virtual space. And like what is that like when you step into kind of an empty white slate and you get to watch basically a digital version of yourself walk out and begin talking to you about yourself from a position of ultimate patience, transcendental thought, massive brain capacity for information and like things and connections you just can't see. Like you basically turn into this kind of echo chamber where you can kind of coach yourself. And I think there's lots of ways where that can be super negative too and like very toxic. That's totally a side of it. But I think on the holistic end, on the kind of like ultimate future end, like I see that being the reality, right? Like if virtual space becomes a standardized part of your day and AI becomes a standardized part of your day, then it makes sense that when you're in virtual space, AI can be there with you. And it would only make sense that for a human to be able to understand and interface with it fully at full capacity, it would have to be understood in a human context. And so that would be like the personification. And then for the AI, like in that virtual space, it has all of these abilities to share information with you and offer experiences to you and help you learn or research. I don't know if that was like way too much, way too fast, but I think it's like fucking super insane when you actually think about it. I think that's where it ultimately would go. I think virtual spaces are basically the incubator and container for those interactions, is what I'm saying.
No, it's perfect. I completely baited you so you would go off. So thank you for that.
Love y'all.
I'd like to open the question up to our very high level like speaker panel. Does anybody have anything they would like to add or a new, new insight? Please go for it, Meta DJ.
Yeah, so real quick, and then I do need to hop off as well. I believe AI is going to be a big part of dynamic experiences. I'm going to focus specifically within the metaverse and virtual realm, but we were talking about the DJing and the dynamic playlist with AI and all that. Well, what if we brought it to the next level and then the immersion elements incorporated? We're seeing AI generate visual loops and videos being generated. What's to say we couldn't be in a world that could recognize how we're feeling, who we are, what we're about, what's going on, and create an entire virtual experience that is visual and auditory. I'll leave your imagination at that, and I'll rest my mic. I appreciate you guys.
I want to hop over to LM. You had your hand up. Please.
Hello, you beautiful souls. How are y'all doing today? I know we are limited on time, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I love each and every one of you, but definitely had to hop in behind what Meta DJ said. Yes, 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 and more yes, because what I've been doing with just what is the tip of the iceberg with using AI to help automate some of the creative assets that become the base and foundation that I take into all of the other platforms and places that I'm now able to bring into the AR, XR, because the immersive side of things is where it's at. So I'm using these technologies to make sure that people remember to work on your breath, have a meditative moment. And what can I do to do that? I can use all of the assets that I create, all of these GLBs and wonderful base assets that I've been using to build these metaverses with, tuned in and tapped into AI to help me generate more base assets and different creations quickly in a facet that allows me to be conscious of my time and then create experiences that, yes, it is metaversal, but when you combine art and nature and you blend it where there is no lines and you cannot see the seams, there's a power there that we are just starting to understand. So I'm here for the healing side of it all. Yes, it's all alchemy, babies. Yes, there's light and there's dark. What are we going to do with it? So that's what I'm trying to be, the energy that I wish to receive. So I do that through my creations. That is all. I love you.
Oh my gosh, LM, you are the energy that I wish to receive every day. And my heart loves that we get to spend a little time together every week. Hopefully more. Anyways, I love you. I love you. I love you. I could say it all day. I'm going to pass the mic to Bio and then head up to Vans.
Hello, hello, hello. Make an NFT. Hi, CC. I've been saving my voice for the end of the show, or at least close to the end of the show. Been a little bit sick this past 2 weeks. For those that know about New York City, New York City has 4 different seasons in 24 hours. So it's really crazy. I kid you not. It's like winter in the morning, spring in the evening. I mean, it's all crazy stuff, New York's all a crazy show. But shout out to all of you guys. Biometa is the name. Chris Gonzalez, straight out of Washington Heights, Harlem, New York City, representing Vita TV. Showing that love to my Decentraland community in High CC, making NFT Metaverse Mondays, episode 67. 2 more episodes, and we are expected, hopefully, to have Billy T Coin in this audience. Yes, Billy T Coin, please tag him and make sure on episode 69, we have the 69 King himself, Showface here from Decentraland to Twitter, or AKA X, inside the Metaverse Mondays. Also, want to give
You have me
big
laughing
shout-out.
every time.
Shout out to High CC once again, the sis, for letting me and Vita TV be partnered with this amazing sessions with Maker NFT and the big homie Prism. Want to give a big shout out. There's a familiar face in here who I invited into this space. Shout out to the Music District, my brother Rallo, who has fully partnered up with Vita TV in the future. You guys will see what is to come. Hit him a follow, check him out. Love you guys so much. I kid you not. But now just to tap in a little bit on that AI concept and conversation we've been having. I feel that AI is going to be huge in so many different diverse ways. I use AI, shout out to Swivel Meta, who've created a AI bot called the Swivel Bot, which is dedicated specifically to Vita TV and helping us monetize and monitor what goes through and what is being projected within the Vita TV network. Anything that is out of our guidelines, that AI bot goes and sort of restricts it, or like we like to call it, quarantines it from the actual broadcast. This way, no explicit content gets pushed on Vita TV, right? Last thing also is that I'm currently working with the hospital I work with, IRL, New York Presbyterian. We are working to have a group of individuals and coders and developers to create an AI that is dedicated using infrared technology to read neural electrodes, also known as electric brain waves, where it will be able to generate pictures and even small videos of what is being picked up from the human mind. So think about what is the capabilities of AI and how it can be incorporated with medicine and medical industries, education industries, and so on. This is huge. Do not let this chance go. Get into AI today. ChatGPT-4 is the introduction to what public AI can be used for. So take advantage of that. Thank you again, guys. Don't forget, come here every Monday, Metaverse Mondays. Episode 67 is where we at now. Next week, don't miss out. Love you guys, and I'll play the wall like graffiti. Any questions? Slide in my DM. Peace.
I love it. I am so thrilled that you and Rollo are teaming up and becoming like the superheroes of the metaverse together. It just makes my heart so happy. Yeah, I am ready to wind this down and call it a good day. This topic tickles my bone, and I could nerd out about it all day, every day. But I think we've got like 9 more minutes. So I just want to do a quick wrap up if you guys are okay with that. We could do a safety round around the room. So everybody on the speaker stage, you've got like 30 seconds to let us know what you've got going on. Is there something you forgot to say? You have an event coming up in the metaverse that you want to pin to the top, please do, because we want to stay connected. We want to help each other grow. We want to support. So I'm going to start, if Make, you're okay, Vans, you're okay. I'm going to start with our AR friend, our AR XR amazing MX Boy 08, and then we'll go from there.
to wrap up, I think AI is going to be a huge productivity gain, and it's like every other technology as well. I think we need some type of adaptation, but we are at the first and the forefront of the technology, which allows us to have an advantage and use it in our daily lives, and rather be at the forefront than being scared of not using it. So welcome to the team.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us today. I'm so excited to see what the future holds. Blockstone, any last minute things, anything coming up that you want to share with us? The floor is yours.
I got nothing, man. Make room for y'all. If anything, in context to the convo, just ask how we can ask better questions.
I like that. Thank you, sir. LM, when can we expect to see you in spaces?
Yes, indeed, indeed. So there's lots going on, and just keep a lookout for the Fear for Teds, because that is the third one, annual one, and yours truly is doing and leading the building of it. So yes, okay, we're gonna have fun in the spooky season. Okay.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I got a sneak peek, and let me tell you, absolutely love it. I got lost and was a little scared. So LM did a good job. So we have to check that out when it's ready. Bio, I'll go ahead and skip you. You said your piece. Secret, again, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your knowledge and your expertise. And you are the queen in my mind, in my heart. But is there anything coming up for you that you want to share with us, or any last words you'd like to say?
Well, I just want to thank you for inviting me. And yeah, of course, I have things coming up, but I don't want to say anything for now because it's going to take a while. AI cannot do everything yet. So there are things that still take a while. Thank you so much for inviting me here to speak.
Thank you so much for joining us, Secret. And you know I love alpha. So if you ever want to drop any alpha, you just come to Metaverse Monday and you give it to us. Vans, our amazing Women in Tech curator and founder. So happy that you could be here with us today. Anything that we should know about coming up for this week?
Yes, please, everyone, go ahead and visit again. If you didn't, the Women in Tech Museum, we have Secret taken over. Hopefully soon, LM Design, wink, wink, by next weekend, if we get in touch. Yeah, so also the Women in Tech Museum is planning to do like a Halloween party and showcase your spooky artwork. So if you want to submit, go ahead and find, that tweet and post it. I am part of my Creative Owls team, and we're hosting AI Summit November 16th. So those, we have a lot of AI fans here. Go ahead and check it out. You'll get to see how I got cloned. Also, that's going to be something very interesting. And if you want to see what AI and how far it can get, check out my tweets for yesterday. My AI digital artwork went live on Times Square. So yes, AI is awesome and we can take it really far with our imagination. So let's not forget to not replace our imagination with it, but use AI as a tool because we can make amazing things. So happy Monday, everyone.
Thank you so much for the reminder. Yes, I twisted Creative Owl's wing and made him say yes to letting me be a host for part of that summit. So I'm so excited to be a part of that. And you are absolutely correct. AI can do so many things, but it really is a tool at the end of the day to further the human condition and our creativity. So I look forward to next week. We're going to have LM Design on the stage again. We're going to be grilling her about AR, XR. So I'm really excited about that. Reaching out to some other amazing speakers for next week as well. Poor Prism can't be with us, so Vans is gonna take that co-host spot and keep it warm for Priz for next week. Make what's up, my friend? You got a final thought?
Few things cooking. First and foremost, thank you to the Beast who came through. Thank you to my Ute family and my Crown family who jumped in to come look and see what we're doing in the metaverse. Looking forward to y'all coming through soon. October 18th, I believe, is going to be the party that we are going to do with the Women in Tech Museum. We have a fantastic DJ that we're going to release very soon once all the dotted lines are in, but I can spill a little alpha. She is a D-God and she is a Rave 3 family, so if you know, you know. Shout out to my man Maxby. I hope you'll come back next week with Amazing XR, one of my partners and a partner in Metaverse events. If you need, or an affiliate sponsor, if you need any AR assets, please come to us. We'll give you some of that alpha. Other than that, I'm looking forward to a couple of events. I love hitting Spotty Wi-Fi's Tuesday event up, and I love hitting Meta DJ, our good friend who came to talk to us today on Friday nights. And I hope by the end of next week to have a few of you over in one of my new builds. I'm very excited taking that step as a builder myself. C has been so gracious to give me a skybox and her heart to help me build that out. With that said, I'd love to play us out, C.
All right, my loves. Thank you so much for joining us for this 67th episode of Metaverse Monday. We really hoped you enjoyed our chat with Vans and Secret and Block about AI. And if you missed the show, don't worry, boo. We got you. The adventure has been streamed live to our YouTubes, our Kicks, our Twitches, our socials. We are everywhere, thanks to Vita TV, your Metaverse cable box. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Metaverse Monday, feel free to reach out to me, Hi CC, or make an NFT to discuss the cosmic opportunities. Follow us on Lighthouse if you want to join the party. We are always hopping around. And until next week, my loves, we'll see you in the Metaverse. Bye.
And with that said, we got About Damn Time, the Purple Disco Machine remix. Let's do this, family. Great to see y'all this Monday. Thank you so much. Let's go.
I've been through a lot, but I'm still flirty. Is everybody back up in the building? It's been a minute, tell me how you're feeling. Cause I'm about to get into my feelings. How you feeling? How you feel right now? Oh, I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be distressed, yeah. Oh, I'm not the girl I once or used to be. Bitch, I might be better. Turn up the music. Turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright, okay, alright. It's about damn time. Turn up the music. Let's celebrate. I got a feeling I'm gonna be okay, alright. It's about damn time. Man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fabulous. Cause I give a fuck way too much. I'ma need like